Stop me if this sounds familiar. You post a systems project manager job and drown in a sea of resumes. You hire the one with the best credentials, and 6 months later the project is behind, the team is frustrated, and you're back at square one. Here's a hard truth. It's not that candidates aren't qualified, it's your hiring process. The myth that a great resume equals a great hire is the single biggest trap in technical recruitment. This video gives you a step-by-step playbook to assess candidates effectively and compliantly, plus insider tips specific to systems project managers. By the end you'll know how to hire performers, not polished presenters. We'll cover role impact, hard and soft skills, sourcing tools, common pitfalls, compliant phrasing, and practical interview questions you can use today. Quick reflection. Think of your last systems PM hire. Did they transform projects or just manage calendars? If your answer isn't a resounding yes, it's time to change the game. Let's get started. Before you hire, be crystal clear about what the job really is. A systems project manager is the central nervous system of technical initiatives. They bridge executive strategy and engineering reality. They translate vision into actionable tasks, coordinate vendors, manage budgets, anticipate risks, and ensure the final product actually solves the problem. Hire the right person, and you protect timelines, budget, and business outcomes. Hire the wrong person, and you get a costly, underused system. The difference can be millions and lost momentum. So we'll separate non-negotiable technical competencies from the nice-to-have tooling experience. Define success for the role up front. What outcomes must they deliver in 6 and 12 months? Lock those outcomes into the job description and scorecard before you read a single resume. Focus on core technical competencies, not a laundry list of tools. Must have a deep understanding of the systems development lifecycle. Must have proven experience with Agile, and the judgment to apply waterfall when the project needs it. Must have vendor management and contract sense. Can they spot SOW loopholes at a glance? Must have risk management, stakeholder communication, and budget oversight. Nice to have domain systems like SAP or Salesforce. Useful but learnable. Nice to have specific cloud platform experience. A PMP looks good on paper, but it proves test-taking, not crisis leadership. Prioritize demonstrated ability over credentials. Ask for concrete examples and outcomes. Define technical must-haves from your project-specific challenges, then lock them into your JD and scorecard. If technical skills are the engine, soft skills are the steering, suspension, and brakes. Top trait: influential communication, explaining complex trade-offs to non-technical execs with respect and clarity. Second, proactive problem-solving plus resilience. They absorb pressure and produce options. Third, risk anticipation and stakeholder influence. Use scenario-based and behavioral questions that break scripted answers to test communication. Tell me about a time you gained buy-in from resistant stakeholders. What was their objection? What steps did you take, and what happened? A weak answer: I held meetings and presented data. A strong answer: detail the stakeholder perspective, the tailored outreach, and measurable outcome. Scenario test: we're 2 weeks from launch, a finance integration fails and the vendor is unresponsive. What are your first 24-hour steps? Look for a calm, logical plan. Contain panic, triage technical work, escalate across channels, and outline contingency options. Top-tier answers present multiple vetted solutions and a clear recommendation. Rule: only one speaker per shot. Keep interviewers focused. Use scorecards to record evidence, not impressions. Use these. Describe a time you rescued a failing rollout. How did you prioritize conflicting stakeholder demands? What contingency saved a launch? These reveal character and competence, far more than a resume ever will. First and best source: referrals. Ask senior technical leaders, who is the best systems PM you've worked with? Top paid organic source: LinkedIn. Treat it as a talent search engine and personalize outreach with an opportunity-focused note. Top niche channels: project management subreddits and specialized Slack Discord communities for passive candidates. Use structured interview scorecards drafted before you see resumes. List 5, 6 core competencies, and anchor what weak/average/strong answers look like. Every interviewer uses the same rubric that moves you from gut feeling to objective data and defends against bias. Leverage ATS features to blind CVs for initial screening and log interview evidence for auditability. To stay compliant, avoid protected class questions. Instead, disclose team norms and ask candidates to reflect on fit. Compliant example: our team pivots quickly and collaborates closely. Tell me about a time you worked in a similar environment and what you found most rewarding and most challenging. Reference checks. Ask for performance-based examples. Give an example of a high-pressure project they led and how they handled stress. Common pitfalls: hiring pedigree over fit, rushing the timeline, skipping reference checks, or not involving the team. Treat hiring as a project, realistic timeline, panel roles, and a final work sample before offer. Give finalists a 30-minute one-page case with hidden risks and vague scope. Ask for key questions and a high-level plan. This reveals thinking process, prioritization, and communication. One work sample predicts more than a dozen interviews. If you want templates, scorecards, sample questions, and case briefs, grab them at peopleteam.com/hiring. Subscribe for more hiring playbooks. And if you your TMR hiring right now, visit peopleteam.com/hiring.